Hello, we are in Chapter 4, Section 4.4, Complex Fractions. In this video, we're going to go over problem number 6, in which we are to simplify the following complex fraction using both methods. We start with the reciprocal method on the left-hand side, where we simply replace division by a fraction with multiplication by the reciprocal. It will likely be easier if we first factor all we can, in particular the denominator of the big denominator here, the difference of squares. Y squared minus 4 as y plus 2, y minus 2. And now rewrite as multiplication by the reciprocal of the divisor of that denominator of the big complex fraction. And now we acknowledge the common factor of y plus 2 that we can divide out to leave us with the product of 5 and y minus 2 on top, and just negative 3 on the bottom. We don't like negatives in the denominators. This is why we transfer it to the numerator simply as a factor of negative 1, and that will be our final answer in simplest terms. Now we move on to the second method, the LCD method, in which we are to identify the least common denominator of all the rational expressions involved in our complex fraction. Those are those small denominators, as we call them as well. And again, it is better to have all of it in factored form so that it will be easier for us to find the least common denominator. Again, the only thing that needs factorization is that denominator of the denominator of our rational expression, the difference of squares, as before. So those are the two small denominators for which we need to find the least common denominator, the y plus 2, and the product of y plus 2 and y minus 2. Of course, we acknowledge that y plus 2 is just a single factor in the power of 1 and add the exponents on the other factors. Identify the two prime factors as y plus 2 and y minus 2. Identify the highest powers in which they appear, which is all first powers everywhere. And that's our least common denominator that we multiply into the numerator and denominator of our rational expression. Now we simplify all we can, and that factor of y plus 2, and the whole product of y plus 2, y minus 2, really, on the bottom. And then simplify everything. On top we get just 5 multiplied by y minus 2, and on the bottom we're only left with negative 3. And again, as before, we don't like the negative in the denominator, so we transfer it to the numerator simply as a factor of negative 1. And that's it. That's the answer in simplest terms.